Okay, we are live. All right. Hey,
Hey,
everyone.
hello
Okay,
everyone. I
Mystery
wish you
Channel.
always a happy New Year to start with before I forget.
Yeah, yes, I know, because you think it's the one day and then, you just kind of let it go, but it's still fresh into that brand new year. We're only like 4 days in.
Yeah, yeah. Tomorrow I start working again. I never really quit, but I took some days off, and tomorrow we jump in because we will have a very busy year, isn't it, Morgan? We
Oh,
just finished our first annual meeting.
yes, it's true. Yes, I love those. First meeting to start off the year, kickoff meeting.
Yeah. So yeah, we have great news. So before the end of March, I will make a new publication on the Petit Le Normand cards. It's how to read the real original method of reading the cards in distance. How to read them outside of the Grand Tableau. And
Hmm.
besides that, I will open a whole new can of worms that goes more in like how to work in a more therapeutical way with the Petit Lenormand cards with very surprising insights and new ways of giving these cards the dimension they really have, and to work with that with I don't have to be a professional reader. You can read for your sister, your mother, or whoever, or for
Hmm.
yourself, but then we will teach how to do that. After that,
Yes.
I will focus solely on the tarot, and especially on tarot history. So all those tarot history enthusiasts,
Yes.
make sure that you follow us on our socials. Make sure that you keep us close because I will give a lot of hints, but a publication on the tarot history will be due just before summer. But we will
Yeah.
do some really great events on tarot history because
Yes.
I have a lot of really great new insights and I have information um, that is not easy accessible for other people, but that is very important to really understand and to see more depth in the historical cultural phenomena that the tarot is, at least for me. So
Yes.
yeah, we will be very busy. We will provide events. Besides that, there will be a new Petit Lenormand course to start with, that goes further on old material. But I will
Hmm.
also include new material in that. So that will be due tomorrow. So first things tomorrow after I wake up is start with that. So yeah.
Yes.
I'm
I
very,
love
very
that.
excited to kick this on the air in the year 2026. So now I'm also curious where you guys all are up to. What are your goals? What do you want to do? So you can comment here.
Yes.
Are there things
I'm
that you want to know from us that from something we have experience in, or is there something you want to research together maybe, so we
Mhm.
don't owe wisdom. uh yeah, and I think whenever mystery is kindled, isn't it, Morgan, then we are on fleek. So
Yes,
we want to
yes.
know it.
Yes, definitely. Because there's just so much unknown out there. There's so many things that isn't even talked about anymore that align with other things like the tarot, seeing all the different avenues and who was involved and all the players and the people forgotten, of course.
Yeah,
Or my
yeah,
favorite was the Hangman, your episode on the Hanged Man and what the traditional true meaning of the Hangman is before it was changed so many times through the years.
yeah, yeah, it's like It's like a culture, it swallows, it throws things off. That's also the same as what symbols do, they travel through time, and they soak things up, they throw things off, that's interesting, symbolism is mysterious.
Oh my gosh. Yes, definitely. Yeah.
But yeah, especially in regard of tarot history, where we just were talking about, I really take my hat off to a lot of great researchers, as like Robert Place, and there are a lot more. You guys do really great, great work. But there are many things overlooked, and that's also,
Yes.
yeah, something very important. At European courts and all that. They had like people coming from the outside, teaching hermetic principles, teaching alchemy, initiation and all that. So, but there's more to it. And yeah, I will explain that in those events and in my work.
Yeah. Yes, including the books too. So it'll be exciting to see that. And I
Yeah.
really feel once you do all that, it really deepens the relationship with the card, how you see the cards then, and how you're going to put it into the reading. Because it really adds a layer. Every time I read something new, it always changes how I see the cards or how I use them.
Yeah, and that's also what we do. People who were at our events. So we do the events like the where we go through the year wheel, and especially from the Indo-European point of view, it's very much interesting that we had somehow a pagan origin, what later on gets Christianized, and then you have like a new synthesis of ideas, which is yeah, which is really really amazing. But
Hmm.
yeah, there is so much more to it than you would think, and it's
Oh,
important that we somehow, yeah, uh, understand and how to connect the dots. That's very important, and like what people who were part of our events, they know the depths on how we take the matter serious, and how we take it in depth. And we already explained, for example, for like the winter or the midwinter festivities, with like Santa Claus with his reindeers, but also like European Saint Nicholas with its wild hunt. And herein we explained the deeper understanding of, for instance, the devil and the figure of the devil, and
hmm.
how the devil somehow got his pictures and his character, especially from heathen gods.
Yeah,
And you really have to understand this stuff in order to really see the depth of that.
yeah. Oh, I think so. Because then
So
the
yeah,
stories around it make sense. Oh, sorry.
yeah, yeah. We look back at it with hindsight, which could give an advantage, but that's not always the case.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately not. Yeah.
Because you see it way too narrow-minded often then.
Hmm. Oh, yeah. Or what they've been told. Some people just like so into how that's told and how it fits into their how they celebrate it or how they do that. That's not wanting to introduce anything more in. I get
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
but
There's a
it's
lot of a lot of stuff you have to know, especially in order to understand that symbolism. You have to understand, paganism. You have to understand syncretism. You have to understand, especially European courts. The tarot was not an invention of the people. It was an invention of the nobility,
hmm.
and that's also very important to understand that.
Yeah, especially how you see the court cards now too.
Yeah, yeah. And then, yeah, what is the function of like the trump cards and all that? And I have some other theories about that. They are like
Ah,
triumphs, but what's the function of that? And I will
see.
explain that really, really in depth because it goes really so much farther. So I don't know, was this the Winter Warriors event, or was it the Halloween Hidden Gene that we talked about? No, it was Winter Warriors about
Oh,
the
okay.
figure of the trickster that we can somehow see like
Yes.
in the full. So and we really zoomed in depth on the full card, and everyone now who somehow read the essay understands that the full is also linked to the death and to initiation, which is
Yes.
one and the same. And everyone who was part of
Yes.
that really now understands why, I think. So like the trickster
Oh
and the
yeah.
real demonic figure is like one and the same, but they are like two different um, expositions of evil.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
So one in the trickster and one in
Yes.
the
Yeah.
raw stuff. But what is worse? That's always
Yeah. No, that was Yeah. No, and that was a fascinating one because I've always loved the archetype of the trickster, and that creation from chaos. And the way you explained it in the PDF was amazing. And I don't want to give too much away because they are still for sale if you get the PDF and then all the replays. But I love
yeah,
how it does segue into everything we're doing this year, like the start of how it will like go into the next events as well, and how you see tarot.
yeah. And in the end, it's also an exercise in working with symbolism. You see, in the end, it's all in the eye of the beholder.
Oh yeah.
But I'm
Oh
not someone to say, okay, anything goes. No,
yeah.
but the medieval mind. People underestimate the fact that paganism never was away. It got like a Christian crust on top of that. But then it depends on who is looking at it.
Yes. No, it's so true. Because it's going to be how you put it out there. Even the
Yeah, and
differences on how they do the 12 days. Oh, go ahead.
no, I'm saying, no, what do you say?
No, no, it's no, I interrupted you. Go ahead. I had a lag on my side. I'm in the middle of I'm in the middle of somewhere. I actually don't know where I'm at.
But again, and people who want to find out this right away, this reason of thought, if you like history and research and all that, you see that throughout from medieval to Renaissance to modern days, that like for instance, like those processions, like you see, like in Switzerland, with Santa Claus and the Wild Hunt, and the Krampus and all that. It's also in the eye of the beholder. You can see that from the pagan point of view, and you can see really the Wild Hunt with the Christianized Woden, with a beard, on his horse, leading a army of deceased warriors coming from
Yeah.
hell demonic. Or
Yeah.
from the Christian point of view, you see it's saints who
Hmm.
somehow tame the devils, but the devils seen as like the heathen gods.
Oh, yes.
You see, and that
That's
that goes through
exactly.
from medieval times to now. You see, so there's always two sides of the coin. How do you look at it?
Yeah. No, it's true. Because they
Yeah.
even used a lot of the imagery and the actual names, like hell, the goddess hell, like just to
Yeah.
demonize it.
So that's also something you really got to get your head around.
Yes, that it's not. Yeah, that it's
Yeah.
how they changed it. Yeah, and yeah.
And then it's always also a bit in the eye of the beholder.
Hmm.
But it's very, yeah, you have to know these things beforehand in order to. I think I see it this way. I think you pay some honor to the cultural phenomena to study all the possibilities in order to,
Yeah.
yeah. do your own thing with it. But I like to know
Yeah, yeah,
everything. But yeah, tarot history that's also nurtured. You can be the ultimate tarot reader without knowing anything about history. So
yeah.
it does not really matter that much. But for me, it matters because it's in my interest. But those are two different
Oh, me too.
things.
Oh, yeah, we had that discussion, that Lenormand Leap of Light, how like the cards are the cards and it's how you're interpreting it for guidance ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think, yeah, that's always the question. So, do you really want to freewheel? Okay, go ahead. And this is not something for you. But if you really know the in depth meaning of symbols, then you don't have to freewheel.
Yeah.
But there
No,
is
it's
nothing against freewheeling. But
yeah.
it's a matter of taste. It's a matter of taste. But it's so interesting. And for me, that is the mystery. What they somehow injected it with meaning back in those days. And nowadays we work with the same concept. That for me is like, yeah,
Oh,
transcendent. I don't know. That's
yeah.
like, yeah,
No, I agree. And I feel like it only adds to the reading. Like when you actually know the symbolry and stuff, it gives you that extra layer and adds to what you're already seeing. It's, the symbol just like, can't remember the word, but just like validates your point. I guess this would be a better word to do it, but adds that extra layer because it always is taking you in that direction of
yeah. I do
deepening
think
it.
so.
So you have
I,
deeper readings. Oh, good.
yeah, I do think so. And yeah, but that's also maybe passion and all that. You know, uh, I will tell you something strange. Uh, I always, like really liked old school house dancing. I really like to see that. I somewhat enjoy that. Seeing that. I'm too old to doing that. But I used to be pretty
Yeah.
good at it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then I often still follow on socials, people like in America and all that, and they know everything about history of dancing. They talk about Fred Astaire, they talk about jazz, they talk about, and I really can sit there. They know much more about music than I do, and see, whoa, that I can understand it via tarot or whatever by studying history, studying who was Fred Astaire back in that time.
Yes.
That adds on to, and that's the
Oh,
way
yeah.
how I look at tarot cards or anything to do with mystery and symbols.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that just like, yeah, takes you back to the pagan Druidry thing again, because the singing is how the bards and like everyone back then used to do their rituals, used to tell their stories, used to pass on knowledge, is through that singing, through. So it's really like something that, see, knowing the history puts it into a different perspective as well, how we see songs today.
Yes, and if you then know the overall history, and that resonates right away when you say it. Okay, what is the old? What is the how do you say it? The first noise in the universe and all that. It's
Yes.
always with sounds, with yeah, I lost the
Yeah.
word in English. The logos. Yeah, it's like a Greek
Yes.
one. So yeah,
Yes. Yes, definitely. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, sound is, they even do sound healing, music healing. Like it's so important. Like it's more important than people just listening it to pass the time. It's like a ritualistic kind of thing.
you're holding up traffic. I think I hear.
Yeah, I know it's somebody's car alarm going off. Sorry. That's like, I'm always traveling. I was just in, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania doing card readings. And now I'm on my way back. Like I'm just always traveling.
Yeah,
Which, but I'm not, but like I said, life will always happen, as I say, so I'm not going to stop me from doing the lives or doing the other things because it's important to do
yeah, but
both.
you have like an amazing work ethic, Morgan. That's really fascinating. Yeah, really, that's really amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I take
Well,
my head off. Really.
yeah. Let's, because I'm not going to put anything I want to do or my work on hold. So it's finding that balance in between, even if it's pulling over in the middle of, I'm not sure where to do the lives and have meetings.
Yeah, but it's a
Actually,
slippery slope too.
yeah, but no. And if I had more time, I actually would have stayed in Gettysburg and we could have done this live in the battlefields, but I have business tomorrow to attend to, so you know.
Yeah, show must go on, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and that's what we're talking about too, that life, is going to continue to happen. And, even for events, like our events too, sometimes people are like, oh, I'll be out of town for that, or I'll be, I really, really want to do it, but I have this and this going on. And it's like, well, why should that
Mhm.
stop you? Think about the
Yeah,
ancients back in the day, they still had to, walk the perimeter and they couldn't say, I don't feel like it, or something else has come up, like, because things will continue to happen. You shouldn't let it stop you from doing what you really want, exploring the topics you really want, diving into events and stuff.
yeah. Yeah, and herein we also will engage our followers. So we will make as sure as possible that all the dates of our events are already there for 2026, from now till summer, and time flies whenever you have fun, a while ago it was still summer, now we're like in midwinter, now the sun is again climbing. So yeah, time flies.
Yes.
So no
Oh,
worries, but we'll make sure that we will have as soon as possible schedules our events. And one
yeah.
event you can put right away on your calendar or agenda is on the 1st of February. And
Yeah.
this is also again in the light of the seasonal feast, where we talk about yeah, pagan customs that got Christianized and still, yeah, are there. But there is also why we come in the field to really explain stuff. We explain why is the star on the Christmas tree. We don't say
Hmm.
you should put that on the Christmas tree. We tell, tell the whys without being
Yes.
dogmatic, and all those great new insights. That's what yeah, to rekindle traditions, to understand traditions, but not only study them, revive them.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I think it helps too with how you're working with the seasons too, working with nature, working with how you want the energy to flow for you instead of against you.
As above, so below.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that, but that's the first thing to do. If you look like Pythagoras, if you and the Kabbalah and all that, the whole universe, you have to encapture that. You have to somehow make sure that you can grab it, and how you do that? You symbolize it, like
Yes.
in Pythagorean law, they have like the tetractys, like
Yes.
one dot, two dots, three dots, four dots, together seven. And
Yes.
that's the whole universe, the soul of the
Hmm.
world,
Yeah.
in
Yes.
order to take that. And there's something interesting, and then I go to sleep with the detractors, somehow exposing the whole universe. It's like seven dots. Did
Hmm.
you do you know how what the sum is of the eyes on the dice when they stand over each other?
You mean like, what do you mean? I'm sorry. Like when,
So you have like a cube. So yeah,
yeah.
the dice. So there's like a cube,
Yeah.
and
No,
you
I
have
know. Yeah.
always like the same outcome of the sum of eyes or dots.
Oh,
So
oh, the two. Oh,
do you
just
know
the
how much
snake
it is?
eyes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. The two, right? The snake eyes, right? The, where it's just one and
yeah.
one. Yeah. Two. Yeah. Right. Or, because
No,
if you're
no.
just looking at
Because
that. Oh,
we have like. Wait, I will draw it. I'm like old school.
oh, okay. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine.
I, I have to find. I'm like really old school.
Yeah. No worries.
Old school is good school.
No, I
It's
love
like
that though. I'm visual,
a
so
die.
this is good.
You see, it's like a die. Yeah, and you have
Oh,
like
that. Okay. Yes.
those
Well,
opposite
yeah.
sides, And
Yeah.
for example, you have like here, you have like, for instance, here, five dots. You see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? How many dots are on the opposite side?
Well, for, oh, yeah. Well, okay. So I know they're all the same, but I don't know because would it be like three or would that be the
No,
two?
it's always seven. No, it's always seven.
Oh, it's always seven.
And that's
Oh.
interesting, because like in the Tetractys, it's also always like seven.
Oh.
But
That's
that's also
interesting.
interesting. And there you get somehow like in the Sefer Yetzirah from the Kabbalist. You have
Yes.
like
Yes.
something very
Seven pillars.
interesting.
Seven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that you have like like a cube, like a dice. It has like
Yeah.
six sides. So
Hmm.
each cardinal direction, then the zenith and the nadir. So the highest point, the lowest point. But then you have like only six. But then
Yeah.
it's always like a sacred middle center that makes
Oh.
seven. And that's always
Yeah.
when I look at the dice, I always see that in it.
Yes. I like that. Yeah, no, I didn't know that because
Yeah,
I haven't counted dice.
and and in many ways it is true because like if you have like in the Tetractys from Pythagoras, you have like seven dots.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
seven. But that's also the materializations. And if you have like a cube or a square, it always matter. And they were like we segue into the Vitruvian man standing
Oh,
between the circle and the square. Anyway, but that's
that
that's
that's
Masonic
that
lore.
yeah. I have read a bunch about that too with the because they have it in the Jerusalem. That's a huge thing as well.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's somebody said. Sorry, because it's just me. It's always seven. Oh, somebody actually did know. See, I missed the comment. Sorry. It's at I'm just me 2024. They answered your question before I did, and then yeah, I did not. Sorry.
Yeah.
So somebody did answer your question.
Oh, someone is looking. Yeah.
Yes, yes, exactly. Well, yeah, we have several people watching, but yeah, I just try and keep an eye on the comments, just in case I miss. And of course, I missed it because I was trying to wrap my head around what you're saying because I thought you meant the two dice together, so not just one dice. So
You
I'm
made
a
it pretty
visual learner. Like I
complicated.
need to see
You made it
things.
pretty
Yeah,
complicated.
I did. I do. I overcomplicate things all the time.
You should have known that I
It's
cannot
like,
think about two dices at the same time. No, one dice is just
yeah,
plenty of enough.
yeah, yeah. That's no, I know. I do overcomplicate things because it's like then the reward is so much bigger if I made it so complicated for myself. But no, I don't know.
Is there a perfectionist?
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah,
No,
I know.
but
So that's why I was thinking two. And
isn't that
oh yeah,
mysterious that you can see? If I hold a dice, I really see the whole universe in it. And if I say someone,
yeah, yes,
this one is, it is like crazy, but I can really substantiate it.
yeah, yes. No, I love that too. I'm gonna go because I actually have a
But
ton of
that,
dice now, so I'm gonna go
yeah,
back and like, okay,
but that's the depth. That's the depth. If you know the history about it, if you know the underlying symbolical, because that was meant to be that way, and why that is.
hmm
So in the dice,
hmm
I will talk about in the next line on Sunday.
yes, Tuesday. Today's Sunday. Tuesday. Or
Yes,
oh, okay.
on
I was
Tuesday
like,
and
is it
Sunday.
Sunday? Like, yeah. So Tuesday, everyone bring your dice. Yeah,
Yeah,
especially the fun ones. Oh,
there is also this dice divination, and even within the history of tarot and cartomancy, there was this era where people threw a dice, and this dice, to make it very simple, this concept, a certain number, you have to open a book, a lot book, and on that number, and then there was like a card drawn, and then there was like a message, and often very stupid,
yeah.
things like, okay, you will get drunk and you will lose a tooth. You know,
Oh my
the
gosh.
first
Yeah.
the first time when I read that, I sunk to my knees. I find that stuff so funny.
Yeah. So, because it's funny now you say that. I actually did buy a book about dice divination and domino divination, but I was in the middle of
Oh,
doing the OM. But I was in the middle of learning the OM first. And so I put those to the side and I never got them back out. This is a good thing to bust them out again before Tuesday. Like we can show them.
make sure you have them with you.
Yes.
So
Oh, I will. Yeah.
yeah, we will see you. Yeah, on Tuesday. But the
Yeah.
1st of February is the event,
Yes.
or first event. That's for sure. We will come up as soon as possible with those fixed dates so that you can block your agenda, that you don't
Yes.
have to suffer severe FOMO whenever we are
Yes.
like having fun.
Oh, yes. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, block out the dates and yeah. And even with the past events, they're all still on there if you wanted to check out because your PDFs are all like 100 pages to like great learning while it's, going into the next festival, next event. It
Yeah,
is like a
yeah.
festival, like you said, though. It's fun.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like a how you call it? How you call it in English? Like in French they say it's like an amuse-bouche where you somehow can taste something to kindle your hunger.
Yes.
What's the
Yes.
right word in English? I forgot that.
Yeah. It's like tip of my
Like
tongue.
tasting? No. Yeah.
Yeah, taste. Yeah. I like see if somebody else answers it. Okay, because I'm like maybe someone else will think of it. But yes, I know exactly what you're doing. It's like it's like an appetizer, but like not an appetizer. It's like something like that. That word, like
Yeah.
to start off
Yeah.
the hunger thing. Like it's just I don't know, but it's not what I mean. Yeah, they put appetizer too. See, we're right. Appetizer. Yeah, appetizer.
Appetizer. Yeah.
That's what everybody else said too. So yeah, that's. But again, I overcomplicate things because I'm like, it can't just be that. It has to be something more. You know.
Yeah, and I cannot even gather the simple things. So
Yeah,
that's a fun duel.
yeah. But the comments agree, appetizer. So there we go. It's gonna be yeah. The our previous events are like the appetizer into the big next meal, and plus we have fun too because I always have challenges and we have like a lot of engagement, like the 8 day
Yeah.
countdown or 7 day countdown, depending on how creative I get. So
Yeah, and be part of that. There's always something funny happening because we are not too much scripted. We take a huge risk to go publicly astray, but we
yes,
we take it on real courageous, and we stand strong and we build
exactly.
resilience. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
it's just fun. Have to be part of it. It's like a kitchen table conversation. It's very open. It's like yeah,
Yes.
engaging. Yeah,
Yes.
and
Oh, it
challenging,
is.
but you have to experience it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Lots of laughs, lots of
Hmm.
conversation, always cards. I always have cards on me. But, yeah, always the darker decks for some reason this year. I'm going for the hard, like the shadow side of everything.
Yeah, keep us keep us up to date. Anyway,
Oh yeah, I will.
thank you everyone for listening. If you don't do it or we're not doing it yet, please follow our socials, be part of it. Go watch our great website. Our podcast. We have like interviewed all the big names in cartomancy. There are yet other to come. There will be people invited back in. And from there on, yeah, we will really make sure that we have the best people in certain eras. There are a lot of people queuing up. For other parts, we will have great interviews on behalf of Freemasonry, whatever, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's just so much out there. It will be very fun. Like yeah,
Yeah,
even got a few like Golden Dawn or always tarot and cartomancy, but like witchy ritual.
Everything to do with
Astrology.
history.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Myths, yes, myths, legends.
That's the big phenomenon. Anyway,
Yeah.
see you on
But
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yes,
Yeah.
Tuesday's our next live. And then, yeah. So it'll be fun.